Family is everything, right? But let's be honest. Supporting family members who are struggling financially can feel overwhelming. You want to help, but at the same time, you don't want to drain yourself or end up in the same position. In this video, I'll share practical ways you can support your family without feeling overwhelmed. From avoiding emotional spending, putting them on a budget, to exploring family business ideas that actually work. Let's dive in. Avoid emotional spending. One of the biggest traps is emotional spending. This happens when you give out of guilt, pressure, or fear of disappointing your loved ones. We've all been there. You get a call from a relative, maybe a sibling or cousin, telling you they're in a tough spot. You're tired, you're emotionally caught off guard, and the easiest answer in that moment is just to send money. But here's the problem. If you keep saying yes every time without limits, you're not helping them. You're enabling them. The money disappears, the struggle remains, and you're left stressed. Instead of reacting emotionally, you need to create a pause. Ask yourself simple but powerful questions. Can I really afford this right now? If I help today, will it actually make a long-term difference or just fix a short-term problem? If I give this money, what bill of my own am I sacrificing? It may feel harsh to stop and think before helping, but here's the truth. Boundaries protect relationships. When you give out of pressure or guilt, resentment builds. You start feeling used, or you start pulling away emotionally because you're tired of always being the provider. By setting emotional boundaries, you protect yourself from burnout and you keep the relationship healthier. Here's a tip. Before you say yes to anyone, decide on a personal limit. Maybe you tell yourself, I'll only give what I can without disrupting my rent or savings. That way, your emotions don't dictate your wallet. This is not about being stingy, it's about making sure your help is sustainable. If you go broke trying to save everyone, no one wins. Put them on a budget. Now let's talk about structure. Helping doesn't mean handing out endless money, it means giving it purpose. If a family member is struggling, one of the best ways you can support them is by helping them create a budget. Here's how that works. Start by sitting down together and listing all their sources of income, no matter how small. Then write down their expenses. Don't just focus on the big bills like rent or electricity. Include every little thing, transport, snacks, subscriptions, and even money they lend to friends. Sometimes people don't realize how much the small stuff adds up. Once you have the numbers in front of you, separate them into two categories: needs and wants. Needs are things like food, rent, and transport, things you literally cannot live without. Wants are everything else: the nights out, entertainment, new clothes, extra data bundles. This separation is eye-opening because it shows where the money is really going. Next, create a simple spending plan. You don't have to overcomplicate it with spreadsheets if that feels intimidating. You can use the 50-30-20 rule as a starting point. 50% of income goes to needs, 30% to obligations or debts, and 20% to savings or flexible spending. Now, if someone is in a really tough spot, you can adjust it. Maybe 80% goes to survival needs, and the rest to paying off debts until they stabilize. And here's the key. When you decide to help, tie your support to this budget. Don't just hand them cash and hope for the best. For example, instead of giving $50 and walking away, you might pay their electricity bill directly or contribute groceries. This ensures your money goes exactly where it should, not toward unnecessary things. Also, build in accountability. Agree on regular check-ins, maybe weekly or monthly, just to see how the plan is working. Encourage them to use a simple notebook or even a budgeting app like Mint or YNAB to track progress. It may feel awkward at first, but the reality is that accountability builds discipline. The goal here is not to control your family member like a parent. The goal is to empower them to take responsibility. When they learn how to manage what they already have, your financial help multiplies its impact. Be clear about your own finances. Another big part of avoiding overwhelm is being clear about your own limits. And this one is tough because many of us don't want to disappoint our family. But here's the truth. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If your finances collapse because you're constantly helping everyone else, you won't be in a position to support anyone, not even yourself. That's why it's important to communicate openly. My income is autonomous. If I stretch it too far, I'll be in financial strain myself. This sets a healthy boundary. You're letting them know you're not a bank, you're a person with your own responsibilities, bills, and goals. This isn't selfish, it's actually wise. When your family understands that your resources are limited, it reduces the pressure of constant requests. And more importantly, It teaches them that your help should not be taken for granted. Family business ideas. Now let's get practical with solutions. Instead of just giving money every time, why not help your family members create income streams? Supporting them in starting a family business can give them independence and reduce their reliance on you. Let's look at a few ideas that work in real life. A small food kiosk or food delivery service is always in demand because everyone needs to eat, and this kind of business can start with very little. Laundry and cleaning services are another option. With just basic supplies, someone can build steady income, especially in busy urban areas. For those comfortable online, reselling thrift clothes, shoes, or household items on platforms like Facebook Marketplace or Instagram can be surprisingly profitable. Farming or poultry keeping, if land is available, is another practical choice. It might start small with just a few chickens, but it can grow into a reliable source of income. And don't forget transport services. If someone in the family owns a motorbike or a car, they could use it for ride sharing, package delivery, or even school drop-offs. The key here is to start small and manageable. Too many people fail because they jump into a big, expensive idea with borrowed money and unrealistic expectations. Test something simple. See if it works. Once the income is steady, you can expand. By encouraging family business ideas, you're not just giving money, you're giving them a tool to stand on their own. That shift can reduce your financial burden massively over time. Conclusion. Supporting family doesn't mean draining yourself. By avoiding emotional spending, keeping them on a budget, being honest about your financial limits, and encouraging family business ideas, you give them real help while protecting your peace of mind. The goal is to empower, not just provide, because when your family becomes independent, everyone benefits. You'll have healthier relationships, less stress, and more financial stability for yourself too. If you found this useful, hit the like button, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe for more practical life tips. Thanks for watching.